that subscribe button for me. Hit the notification so you know when I'm up here. Y'all can always come and chime in, man. We'll be giving this good information. Also, please hit that like button. Hit the like button, man. I need y'all to hit the like button for me, man. My numbers is growing. We moving. We moving authentically. And I like to shout out everybody that always come and support the channel, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all, especially the ones that come in and give me great, vital information, helping me out with certain things that I don't know or can't remember. Appreciate y'all, man. Once again, man. So yeah, I wanted to get into something. Man. Status Boom, what up? A lot of people, man, on these YouTube streets, we always go and move on to promote negative stories. I guess because that's the ones that move and sell the most. DJ Big Gang, salute. And we don't never promote the good things of our culture with some of, the rappers when they do good things or just something that's positive. We don't never push that, man, for real. And it's a must that we push our rappers and get stories out there, but that is positive and good things instead of every blogger having something that's negative when it's about the rappers. Always negative. Now we got this guy, Cartel Bo. I like him. Smart fella. Listen to him. Remind me of myself about giving back to the community, about helping his homeboys. He put together his plan and he put the plan together so well. I seen one of his other interviews, man, and he spoke a lot of good things. He even try to help Mr. Tenderism get a restaurant down in Houston where he's from, where Cartel Bo is from. Mr. Tenderism turned it down, but he said he would help him with a restaurant if so, because he didn't want to relocate. Things like that. He got a trucking company that he helped with the second chance felons that come home. We supposed to congratulate stuff like that, man. Why these type of things ain't going on through the blogs? But I've seen some of these other podcasters posted about his police interactions, but it made it look like and sound like it was something bad that he might have done and the police challenging him and things of that nature. But really he's at odds with the police. He's not in the streets no more, so they can't handle him. They mad that he's one of the guys that beat the system, went, did his time, came home. He's not in the streets no more, not getting in trouble, so they can't do nothing to actually stop what he's doing. But once again, we're gonna he's on the Isaiah Factor. Y'all can go over there, check it out. And we're gonna react to some of this stuff on the Isaiah. We're gonna react to some of this stuff, excuse me, y'all. We're gonna react to some of this stuff on the Isaiah Factor. Let y'all see just what's going on. The bull crap that the police trying to do to him, trying to sabotage his business, but they are fighting back, saying that they're not harassing him, but at the same time harassing him. But they have the union answering back to these questions. So we're gonna get into this. Y'all check it out, man, because this is serious. And if it ain't one brother, it'll be another brother. It'll be another one that they trying to sabotage. But hold on, we're gonna get into it real quick.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored and our second half hour. Houston rapper is now at the center of a viral firestorm, and tonight he's speaking out for the first time right here on The Factor. Cartel Bo is making headlines after a video now with over 1 million views put a national spotlight on his story. But it also caught the attention of the Houston Police Officers Union, and they are now publicly challenging it on social media. Yeah, in the video, Cartel Bo.
And that's crazy that the police goes on social media and starts commenting on the things that he got going on in his neighborhood just because he called his neighborhood, you know, everybody call it like Raleigh, Rough Raleigh, and Durham they call it the Bull City, and you know, every hood in these South parts got a name that the streets call it, and they trying to fire back and say as if they don't call it murder something he called it, but we're gonna let y'all hear it.
From Houston's Lakewood area refers to his neighborhood as Murderwood. The union fired back on Facebook saying no one in Houston calls Lakewood Murderwood, even going so far as to question his credibility in the video. Now Cartel Bo says he's being targeted, claiming harassment by law enforcement. So what's really going on here? Joining us now to respond to this.
And that's crazy that the police go to say that nobody calls it murderhood. How y'all gonna say where a person grew up at what they don't call it in their neighborhoods? What business is that of the police? Why do the police care about what they are calling it out there, man? This is crazy.
For the first time, Cartel Bo, along with his attorney, Carl Moore. So how did this even happen?
Okay, well, everybody knows about the video that I got famous from, the Hoover video with Maxo Cream. It originally started though. They tried to pretty much slander and destroy our names with false information by saying and telling the news, which are public news reports, that we were at a school and the school was open and children was leaving the school.
And that's back in 2018.
Yes, that came out in federal court to be a lie. Mm-hmm. That was a lie, and HPD didn't have anybody to go to the courtroom to make an excuse to explain those lies. That school was shut down for Hurricane Harvey.
Enjoy 24-hour access at most Planet Fitness hubs.
So y'all
just $1 down, $15 a month.
So y'all actually see he's on his game right now. He even understood the fact that in federal court that was actually a lie of what they put out. So we're gonna get back to it. Hold on.
I wanted to use a destroyed schools because it's the look of a destroyed school in a destroyed park. We have been going to that park all our lives. I'm not saying that this is right or this is wrong, whether this or that is that, because those kids that were there was kids of the people who were there that wanted to meet me. But
oh wow. Give me a second, y'all.
You're watching the Isaiah Factor Uncensored.
Hold on, y'all give me a second. We're gonna get back to it, man.
They tried to pretty much slander and destroy our names with...
Hold on, y'all.
Everybody knows about the video that I got famous from, the Hoover video with Maxo Cream. It originally started though. They tried to pretty much slander and destroy our names with false information by saying and telling the news, which are public news reports, that we were at a school and the school was open and children was leaving the school.
And that's back in 2018.
Yes, that came out in federal court to be a lie. Mm-hmm. That was a lie, and HPD didn't have anybody.
And this is what we catching up from, y'all. It was a lie, and that's crazy.
To go to the courtroom to make an excuse to explain those lies. That school was shut down for Hurricane Harvey. And the part of the reason that we wanted to use a destroyed schools because it's the look of a destroyed school in a destroyed park. We have been going to that park all our lives. I'm not saying that this is right or this is wrong, whether this or that is that, because those kids that were there was kids of the people who were there that wanted to meet me. But we don't get that type of aggression when you go to these Trump rallies, these MAGA rallies, and all these Proud Boys walking around with guns and this, that, and other. We particularly went down for felon in possession of a firearm and nothing else. We didn't commit any crimes. We didn't.
And what he said is the kids was there to meet him and they tried to actually, make it look like it's something bad for the kids going there to meet him. Mind you, he's home, went and did his time in prison, come home trying to teach the kids. He's been there. He's done that. That's not his life no more. This is the type of person that our children need to hear these things from. And they trying to sabotage that. Why? To keep our kids out there doing crime so they can keep a job and possibly unaliving our kids, jumping out on them. They don't know the law or anything. But what he's saying, when they do these rallies with Trump, the MAGA, the whatever, it's cool for them to put all that stuff together and basically have a little bit of, I guess, teach racism. But we gonna finish listening.
Hurt anybody, but it is what it is. We took our punishment to the chin. I got the most time. I took responsibility, this, that, and other, because it was time handed out.
And that's once again, so we can keep the audience.
Yes, sir.
That's the 2018
so now,
case.
yes, sir. So now
Let's
I get
fast
out
forward now
5
to this
years
year.
later, you know, whoop, this, that, and other. I get out. Once I get out, you know, I just decide in prison I'm done with crime. This period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go back and forth.
And that hurt them right there by him saying he's done with crime. Period. He's tired of going back and forth. Now listen what he say. Smart brother right here, man. Big respects out to this brother, Cartel Bo. I listen to some of his music. I'm a fan now, but I'm more of a fan of his thought process. His willing to make sure other people is all right. He's willing to make sure his people is all right. This is a tough, strong brother right here. We're going to see more of him. And stuff like this is what's needed to be talked about out here, man.
My daughter needs me. Then I get out of here and I end up having a son. I got 2 kids. I'm a single father to both of my kids. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my kids and wake up with my kids every single day. Not only that, I provide jobs for multiple staff members. I have a trucking company that I've created, and specifically to hire felons to fight recidivism.
That ain't powerful. I hope y'all heard what he said. He created a trucking company and hired specifically felons, so they won't have to go back to jail. Get them something to do when they come home. When you come home, you got those felonies on your jacket. They don't want to give you no good jobs. None of that, man. DJ Johnson, salute. Ro Williams, what up? I see you, boy. But this brother right here is on point.
Went international with that, over 20 million views, over 70,000 comments on Facebook and Instagram. So people know me as the guy who gives the felons a second chance. You know what I'm saying? I provide haircuts for single mothers with little boys. Free haircuts. I provide that at my recording studio. And also at that same recording studio, I also give the youth and kids of the age of 18 free studio time to help give back. You know what I'm saying?
That's powerful, man. That's powerful. Free studio time to give them a start of their career, whether they're going to stick with it or not. Giving them something to do. That's big. Giving these kids something to do. I don't know why all y'all big podcasters is not reposting on this one.
I've been with Rap a lot and the J Prince family, giving away baby milk, giving away food, giving away clothes, and all kind of other things. So since I changed my life and I got a recording deal and I've been rapping and entertaining, I've been acting, I've been doing all this other stuff, I don't live that life no more. But there are particular individuals, you know what I'm saying, that I must say, you know, that I feel like are racist and that are harassing me because I wasn't the percent of those that they tried to banish and destroy forever. So when you come to talk about an interview, we're talking about rap stuff. Let's get this quote unquote correct. I don't have to explain that I'm an entertainer because the world knows I'm an entertainer. The world see me wake up with my kids every single day since I've been out. They've seen me provide jobs for my community every single day since I've been out. They see me do so much for the kids, so much for the area. I don't have woo. So when somebody comes to us about a documentary and they say, hey man,
And let's paint a picture for the
Very inspirational right here, man. Very inspirational. And we seeing it full-fledged. And a lot of this needs to be pushed around because we need guys like him that got influence for these kids. It's the problem now where all these kids out here go turn to be in gangs that have no influence, have no guidance. They out here unaliving each other and don't even know why. And going to jail and creating money for the people who own the jails. And now they trying to target a guy that used to be one of them guys and changed his life. And now they trying to force him back to doing ignorant stuff. And or not force him back because they can't, because his mind is all the way where it's supposed to be. But what they trying to do is sabotage his image. So now nobody support him. Then he might have to say, man, I got to go back to the streets. Why is the police in this man's business about what is said or what they call a neighborhood? What do they care? What does they got to do with them? And it's the union that's involved. The union is the people that protects the police, even when they unalive people on camera, and they'll still come up with a way to say that it was done lawfully. They unalived them lawfully. They had a gun in their hand, and then you come to find out they didn't even have a gun, they had a cell phone or a lighter or something. That's who the union is, and they got a nerve to speak out about what he was doing on a documentary showing where he come up and grew up at. This is crazy, man.
Viewer,
Yeah.
what did the police union say about the video and the documentary?
Okay, so let me tell you what the documentary basis first. So, Gummy G is a well-known person who goes and does documentaries of hoods. I'm not actively in the hood, this, that, and the other one. I don't care, but he wanted to go to my hood. Everybody know my hood. I'm famous for my hood, and this, that, and the other. So I go over there, take him over here, and I take him. So he's like, man, what's this, that, and the other? Is this like this? Is this like this? I'm like, okay, well, this happened right here off of Wayside by 16. You know, this is my side of town. This, that, and the other. This happened over here at the Blue Store that we at right now. This happened over here, and taking them and
Like a tour.
Yeah, I'm showing them the cases, literally, and taking, well, this is the stuff that be going on over here where I'm from. This, that, and other. You understand what I'm saying? When I was over here, we used to call it Murder Wood. We was kids. That was like every hood that's supposed to be wood, they always have a nickname to try to make their hood seem, and that's common.
And you're saying, like, as kids, they make up.
And how could the union say what they was calling it when he was a kid? How can the union fix their mouth to challenge that on their Instagram page or whatever page they push back with that? Everybody know what they was calling that. So how would the union think that somebody's supposed to believe them? They still ain't showing that the police is out here to protect us. That's what taxpayer dollars is for. And he's an individual now that's paying taxes which pay their salaries. And they still trying to discredit what he's saying. That sound crazy. They don't have nobody else to back up what they just put that post out. But I bet he got bunch of people that's from that neighborhood saying, yeah, right, that's what we used to call it. I used to call it that all the time. This is crazy right here, man.
Nickname, but that doesn't necessarily mean
Man,
that's the reality.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I am an entertainer, so I am for doing whatever I'm doing as an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go there. You feel me? But I'm taking them to a real situation, showing them what's really going on. I'm not on there saying I did it. I'm not on there saying I'm the roughest, toughest, baddest man in town. But you have people that see what I'm doing, like with the restaurant, with Mr. Tenderism, and bringing that stuff into fruition, helping my people, helping the community come together, showing that we can be stronger, be better. And you got some people in certain areas in the Houston Police Department that's looking and saying, I hate that man. I hate that man. No matter how much I do for my community, no matter what this, that, and other, he wasn't never supposed to get out of jail.
That right there is the key. He wasn't never supposed to get out of jail. And or if he get out of jail, we know he'll be going back. That's how they look at us in our black culture. We get out, always going back. It's like a revolving door. He never did none of that. Well, at least to this point, enough is enough. He said he got his kid, his daughter, and then he ended up having a son. He knew that right then and there he had to change, which he knew right then and there he had to change for his daughter, and the son was a bonus. To add to him changing his whole life, and they mad about that. And they here trying to stop his flow, but they calling it not harassment, the same way what I just said. They will see a police on video, on a live somebody, with nothing in their hands, but all of a sudden something was in their hands. What video y'all was watching? And now they trying to do it to this man that had changed his lives and trying to help save other lives. This is crazy, man.
We'll air names out on this news, but I'm not going to do that because y'all asked me not to, but I'm going to say this. You feel me? Yeah. I was asking not you. I want to air names out. So, yeah.
But really quick, let me give you what they said. They said,
I can tell you exactly what they said.
Has been telling people that Houston police are calling venues and trying to get his shows canceled. That's 100% false. We're not attacking him. We're questioning his credibility for calling Lakewood Murderwood. And you just explained that. They say no one calls it that. There have been 2 murders in that area this year. And that's their response, but they're saying they're not bullying.
Okay, now let's go there. I've been on the Texas tour, right? So we go to Waco. The Houston Police Department called Waco and told Waco that you got a violent gang member that's coming down there trying to do a show. There's going to be violence and there's going to be guns. Y'all need to watch out for them. When we got there, they had the place surrounded before anybody even got there. When we got there, they told us, hey, we had a call. We got a heads up that we had a violent gang member on the way to our town. This show needs to eat early. What's going on? They walked through the whole venue the entire time trying to make people leave. They forced half the crowd to leave, you know what I'm saying, just being petty because people didn't want to be around all that extra police activity. Cool. The other cities didn't pay that much attention, but I had a show in Lubbock. They had the police there now. Lubbock also told us that the Houston Police Department called and tipped them off, and they told them that we had gotten to a fight and had a shootout in Austin. I've never had any violence. I never had any fights in any.
We're gonna take a
And look at that, man. Look at that, man. That's crazy that the police sabotaging his business, calling up ahead where he got a show. They calling up ahead where he got a show and telling the police there ahead of time that it's a rapper coming down there by the name of so-and-so and he's a big blood or whatever. And it's going to be a lot of guns and things of that nature, sabotaging the party, sabotaging this man's business. There should be something against that right there. There should be something against that right there, man. That's very, very critical in this situation right here, man. For real.
Wrapping up our interview with rapper Cartel Bo and his attorney, Carl Moore. So you have some concerns. You're saying that your address
Yes,
on social media.
yes, Precinct 4 posted my address when they arrested me later last year. And they exposed my address, knowing I have millions of fans all over the world, millions of views on YouTube, and I am a single father of 2 children, put me and my kids' life in possible danger.
So he gets locked up last year. The police put this man's address out on social media. That's crazy, man. That's crazy right there. And his kids living there. Very dangerous. You know, his fans everywhere. That's crazy. Want to rob you. That's the first thing what's going to attract the stick-up dudes. And the police did this, yo. But they saying they ain't harassing him. This is crazy.
Taking a picture of exactly in front of the house and then putting the address right there where we at. Then they the Houston Police Officers Union just reposted their post with the address to try to laugh and say, yeah, his last arrest was in the suburbs, and put the picture exactly in front of my house where me and my 2 children stay. So we will be taking action, but I'm gonna let
And that's what Carl is here for.
Yeah.
So what do you do in a situation like that, Carl?
Well,
so this is lawyer speaking right now. So y'all GTB, salute, kid. Ro Williams said labeled as a kingpin, that just doesn't go away. No game. It doesn't, but it should. They shouldn't be in this man's business. If he changed his life, wait to see what he doing. But they know he changed his life, is why they interacting with what he got going on and trying to sabotage it. That's the way to try to turn him back to the streets.
Slander and libel will not be tolerated.
Heard the lawyer says slander. The police right now might be in trouble. That's a lawsuit.
Precinct 4, Houston Police Department, neither one of those agencies are above legal action.
You heard what he said? Neither one of those agencies are above legal actions. And right now, Ro Williams said, feds don't give 2 Fs about your family nor personal life. Well, they need to, because that's a lawsuit against them. Nobody's above it. The lawyer just said that, man. Let me rewind it back for you just in case.
Slander and libel will not be tolerated. Precinct 4, Houston Police Department, neither one of those agencies are above legal action. If we find that they have violated his rights, we plan to pursue them to the fullest.
All right.
And that goes for the feds too. You can't put nobody's house on social media, on the news, or nothing, unless that house is not gonna be used no more. His kids living there. That's crazy. They don't have the power to do none of that. Period. They can't even put young kids' faces. They gotta blur the faces out. That's against the law. Period.
Of course, once again, the union said that they are not targeting him. They're targeting his credibility and the documentary.
So what are they, rappers now?
Yeah, I
thought all the crime and stuff and all the stuff we got going on, you worried about the community can and do everything for the hood. Why? Because you guys have a mental, personal issue. It doesn't have nothing to do with what he does and what he does. You want me out of the picture. I'm not this same man no more. I don't commit crime no more. So I can take you on now. Oh. Yeah, we can do it now.
You heard what he said? He can take him on now. Yellow D, 1118 said, you can't beat the feds, yo. They're 1 million to 0. I don't know where you better Google that. Feds got sued several times. Nobody's above the law. Period. Only way you probably can't beat the feds if you ain't got money to stay in court going up against them, because they're not going to settle out fast. But that's the only way. But if they blatantly straight up put somebody's address online thinking that because he's a criminal and he won't know how to react. And see, that's the problem. A lot of people think like that. Damn, I can't beat them, man, and give up. Same way they give up when they, instead of going to trial, they rather tell instead of fight. You fight for what's right. Feds can be beat if they are in the wrong, period. Feds done got sued several times, period. They're not above nothing to just harass people that's changing their lives just because they was a criminal. A lot of these police more criminal than regular people, man.
All right. Thank you for joining us and telling your side of the story here on The Factor. Thank you.
So yeah, y'all go out there and check out The Factor, man. Isaiah Factor. I watch him a lot. One of my favorite podcasts and all that. I just wanted to come up here and highlight a brother that changed his life from the streets, helping the community, giving fellas that come home jobs by creating a trucking company. Who does that? Giving kids free haircuts. Shout out to my boy Juan. We do that out here in Raleigh too. We give away free haircuts for school, Easter, stuff like that. But also Cartel Bo be giving studio time out. That's big. Get these kids in the frame of mind of creating a career, whether they use it or not. Never know, one of them might blow up, two of them might blow up by utilizing his studio. And that's what it is, man. More of y'all podcasters that's out there that reports the negative stuff back to back. After I turn off one, the same thing is on another one. Why y'all not reposting stuff like this? A brother that's making change, man. Shout out to Houston. I love Houston. I was out there for 6 months, man. Me and my boy Ralph hanging out there. I used to go to the Mike Jones joint every Sunday out there. That Mike Jones used to do. So yeah, love Houston. Love what Cartel Bo stand for. Shout out to Cartel Bo and his whole team out there that's making things happen. And y'all keep up the good work. Whatever I could do, I'm with it. We might need to mix some of that North Carolina, New York, Houston, all that together, man, because I do the same thing. Feed the homeless, make sure the kids is happy, smiling. And that's what it is. Your boy Big Boosie, man. I'll see y'all in a minute, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, and hit the notification so you know when I'm up here, man. See y'all in a little while.